You're just settling in, being sure that you've got yourself in a place where you can hear the guiding. We're going to, during this practice, we're going to be working to see if we can turn any challenging thoughts or feelings that come up into feelings that help to support us and guide us through the training and then beyond. To begin with, right, inviting everyone to get in a comfortable position. You're sitting in the chair, maybe with your feet flat on the floor. You can be lying down if that's more comfortable. When you're ready, you can go ahead and close your eyes or just direct your gaze downward. And then focus on the easy, natural movement of the breath. There it is, like always, coming in, going out. Like the waves on the shore. It's a very easy thing. It's a very natural thing to just be there with the breath. You can feel your chest expand and rise as you breathe in. You may feel this in your stomach as well. Feel the chest and the stomach empty and fall with breathing out. Maybe you notice the movement of air at the tip of the nose, or wherever the breath begins. As you breathe in, feel the positivity, the energy and warmth entering your body through your breath. And feel that energy spread through your body after every in-breath. This is just something to enjoy. As you breathe out, you can feel any worries, negativity, coldness leave your body through your breath, which leaves the body more open to receiving more energy and warmth from the next in-breath. So now we're going to explore and identify some feelings that may arise as you contemplate stepping up to take action. That's the focus, the feeling. If at any point your feelings become too overwhelming, just bring yourself back to focusing on your breath. You can take a step back, that's fine. And if you need to, of course, you can always open your eyes for a moment to remind yourself of where you are. They're in a safe and supportive space with others. So in this space, bringing yourself to a clear awareness of what it would be like for this to be the day of your first action, which is blocking the road. Here it is. This day begins, and you begin with this intention. You move through the day until you arrive with your team at the side of the road. This is the moment when you're about to step into the road to block traffic in order to demand that the president declare a climate emergency. You're clear on your purpose. You know why you're there. You're clear that everyone who's there with you shares that purpose, that everyone there with you is totally committed to being nonviolent in the action. You have that clarity. You know that's the way this is right now. That's what this moment is about. Others in your team are more experienced than you are. There are more experienced people there who are going to stop the cars safely. There are more experienced people there who will help deal with any problems that come up with motorists. You're not alone. You have good support. Feel that support. You see the cars passing by. The sounds of the traffic. The way the air moves as each car moves by so quickly on the highway. Just taking in the sound and the smell of the road. It's almost time. You see the people with the flags who'll be stepping into the road first, getting ready. They will stop the cars, and then the line that you're a part of will move into the road. You may have noticed your heart beating faster or your breath becoming more shallow and up in the chest. You can take a moment to go back to your breath, to focus on breathing deeply. The stomach expanding with your breath. The rising and falling is still there, just like it always is, even in this moment. And now you're walking into the road with your team. The flag bearers have stopped the traffic, and you sit down. There's a car right in front of you, and on either side of you, teammates sit. Take a moment to observe how you're feeling now. You are sitting in the road. You have stopped the traffic. Focus on the sensation of the contact of your body with the ground, the weight of your body, the road supporting you. Cars begin to honk their horns up and down the line of stopped traffic. You can hear car doors slamming. How does your body feel right now? How's the breath? If you need to relax, see if you can help yourself relax. It's okay to feel worried or anxious. Feelings are justified, they're normal. It's also okay to feel solid and strong. You've just taken an action that means so much. You hear footsteps running from the traffic, from the cars, towards you, and look up and see a young man running right at you. And then he stops about 10 feet away and begins to yell at the line that you're sitting in. I've got to be at court. You're going to make me late. What are you doing? They're going to put me in jail if I'm not there. I won't get to see my kids. I'll lose my job. How do you feel? Can you see this man? Can you be open to him and hear his feelings? Can you have the space for him to be as he is and for you to be as you are in this moment? One of the de-escalators, one of the flag bearers walks to the man and listens to him. And a few minutes later, the man dumps away in frustration. You hear sirens. The police are coming. The police arrive. A few officers walk back and forth in front of the line of people sitting in the road and talk to each other, trying to sort out what to do. And after a few minutes, one of the officers begins to speak to the people sitting in the road, to you and the others beside you. Going to one or two of you at a time, the officer repeats the same words. You're sitting in the road, you're incommoding, you're violating this law. If you don't leave, you will be arrested. You know that you'll get this warning 3 times before you will be arrested. And so you have one more chance to decide. Will you stand up and walk away, or will you remain? Taking a few minutes now just to take a few breaths. Going to leave the visualization and leave the road and come back to be grounded in the room together. Take your time here. See how you feel about stepping away right now in the middle of things. Maybe you're relieved. Maybe you feel regret. Maybe nothing much, but just notice. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Connect back in the room. Even going through this action in the mind is doing something. What we do in our minds means something. And everyone who participated in this guided activity just made a strong step. You stepped up to do this guided activity, to put yourself in that situation in mind, see what came up along with it. So you can breathe in the strength and courage and commitment that it took to do that. Have some appreciation for yourself and for the others who just did that with you. And then reflect back on the guided experience that you just had. Just check first to see what stands out as you look back. Were there moments that were especially vivid? Moments that were especially hard? Anything that surprised you? And also check to see if there were points where you needed to step back or distance in some way. Maybe you got bored. That's a good way to make distance. Just scan to see what occurred. And then I'm going to ask that anyone who's willing, go ahead and put a comment in the chat about anything that stood out for you in that guided experience. Anything that was particularly vivid for you. Just give us a phrase or two so we'll know what that was. We'll take a minute for people to do that. If you need a little more time to finish up, could you just raise your hand and wave it around so Deborah can see you and she can tell me?
Okay, I don't see any hands waving, so the responses I see are guilt for blocking the guy needing to go to court, peace, fear, freeing and scary, mostly mustering a sense of courage, fear of being run over, feeling calm, conflicted, and there is one question.
What's the question?
Will the planned action primarily be blocking roads?
Around these conflicts that we can feel about, who are we to do this, which is an important question for all of us, whether you read the article or not. So has everyone been able to find the links? Anybody not? Okay, great.
It's a great help.
Yeah, it was. Thank you, Deborah. You're such a trooper. Really great hanging in there with your job. Thank you, Jay, for starting us off with that lovely guided practice. And thanks for everybody who's hung in here for this. I don't want to overstay, and we did I'm a little past our time for stopping. Just to close, let me just invite each of us to go back to taking a few breaths if that resonates for you, or just, you know, feel your feet on the ground and think back over what we just did together and why we did it. This intention to do everything we can to stop all the suffering that's happening now and that's coming, that we see coming. Some of us just have to do this, and it's really good to find the others who have to do it with us. Thank you.